Peace Tribe, what up? It's me, Amy, and I'm coming to you from Peru right now. I'm recording this video so it's not live, but for me it's live in the moment. So, oh yeah, let me just take a deep breath real quick. Breathe in some of that prana. I'm out here, I'm outside, I'm in Peru still. I'm in the sacred valley of Cusco. Actually, the little village I'm in right now is called Arin, 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 and I'm having a wonderful time here. I've been experiencing a lot of local ceremonial experiences, and the culture and the people, everything is wonderful. Um, I guess I can run down the line a little bit about my experiences as far as the cultural experiences and ceremonies I was mentioning. Um, the first thing I did when I got here, I went to two retreats. I'm on my second retreat right now. The first one was an ayahuasca retreat, and the second one now is it's about magic of ceremony and women's circle, like energetics, and bonding with Mother Earth. So the first thing we did was they cleared us with herbs. It was a Andean shaman. There's two types of major shamans here. There's a jungle shaman and an Andean shaman. The jungle shamans are the ones from the Amazon rainforest, and then the Andean shamans are the ones from the mountains. So, like in this area, the Andean shamans are really more prevalent. And so they first cleared us with the flowers and herbs, and they like just pat your body down with all these flowers. Is a forgiveness ceremony, so that when you experience the ayahuasca, you won't be too rough on yourself, and you will, do the work that you have to do to seek the answers that you're looking for with peace, and you won't beat yourself up. So first they cleared us like that, and it was nice. It was an energetic clearing, and I felt pretty warm when I went in. Then the ayahuasca was done after that. This was on the night July 19th, so it was a full moon, which was really, really awesome. And the ayahuasca is a ceremony. It was in a maloca, which is a traditional building for something like that with energy work. And it's a hexagonal shaped building with like straw roof, or it's probably not made out of straw, but they put straw on top of it. And the hexagon shape in geometry and sacred geometry is a really like special shape and structure. I think it's like one of the only ones where like all the shapes can fit together like perfectly. The beehive structures like that, and so it's a sacred geometry shape. They didn't explain the direct translation of the significance in the ayahuasca ceremony, but I know from my background in like geometry and sacred geometry that it's a really sacred shape. So that's cool. So it was a ceremony. You do like, you set intentions, you say a prayer to Mother Ayahuasca, and then you have to go in like knowing that you're gonna do work and that you're gonna be challenged, and like to be like love, to answer all the things that come up in your subconscious with love and everything. So that was a beautiful ceremony for me too. I won't go into my experience in detail for this video because I just want to do an overview of all the experiences I've been doing and having here. And then at the end of that retreat, we did a despacho ceremony, which is paying gratitude to Mother Earth. So we create an offering. We infuse a lot of cocoa leaves with our intentions and prayers for like our family and ourselves and loved ones. And then we also infused intentions of gratitude in the cocoa leaves as well. And you make a thing, I forget the name of it. It's like 4 cocoa leaves, 3 or 4, and it's called like a quintet or something like that. I'll have to get the name later. And you infuse your prayers and your intentions in the cocoa leaves, and then you put it in this paper. It's just like a, well, yeah, they use like a large piece of paper. It's about like, this big. And then you start, like, everybody put their intentions and their cocoa leaves in it, and it was really great. And then you also can put your prayers in cocoa leaves and eat them, and they're delicious. They're good. They start off bitter, but the more you eat them, then the sweeter they get. And they're different flavors from, different places. So like some are more mild, some are more bitter, some are more bold. So that was the 3 from the ayahuasca retreat. And then when I got to the second retreat, we also did another gratitude. We did our despacho first because we wanted to ask permission to be in the land and give gratitude for being here. One thing that is really prevalent here also is like the mountains. We're in the Sacred Valley. The belief here is that the mountains protect us from danger, and they protect us, and they do. They feel like you can feel their presence. They hug you and envelop you, and they have spirits. Each mountain has a different spirit and a different name of its own. So yeah, these are the mountains that are like behind me, in front of me, like they're everywhere. And we also did a lot of circle work. We, broke down, like we cleared some fears. We did set some intentions, did some planning for things we wanted to manifest. We also did a sweat lodge ceremony. Whoa, that was mind-blowing. Okay, this one is also one that's got a lot of history and like ancestry, and it was very, very sacred and ceremonial. I couldn't even take pictures, but we opened the 4 directions, so we asked for the presence of like the spirits and like our ancestors and all the directions to be present, and that created the sacred space. And then we had built a big huge fire with rocks, like 52 rocks, and we did like log rock, log rock, log rock, like that. And so that was so that the air could get through and heat the rocks, because we were using rocks inside of like a dome, like almost like a teepee or something, but like a dome that was covered with blankets, and to bring the rocks in and heat the dome and create steam and sweat ourselves out. So the fire, basically the fire has to stay hot while we're inside, so it has to be able to continue and have life of its own without us there. So that's why the structure like this, to keep air circulating through the fire. And yeah, it was awesome. They spoke in the native language Quechua, which is a language that is from the Andes Mountains. There's also another, as far as I know, I mean, there's probably more, but there's another like dialect also, which is spoken in the jungle, and I forget the name of that one. But my jungle shaman for my ayahuasca ceremony spoke that language, and the lady who did the clearing with the flowers and stuff, she was an Andean shaman, and she spoke Quechua. So over here now at the sweat lodge ceremony, I think we were speaking in Quechua and Spanish. Spanish is the language, like the national language, but many people speak English, especially like in town, because everyone is like, the economy is kind of run on the tourism business, so like everybody has something to sell, and like a lot of the vendors are selling very similar items, so it's very easy to negotiate and barter, and it's really fun, really, really fun, especially in Cusco, like the city part, like near the Plaza de Armas and Plaza de San Francisco. So much fun, so much energy, so many, like, it's surprising that we're in the middle of almost nowhere, but it's not nowhere, like, I mean, it's very almost rural with all the mountains and stuff, but there's so much life going on, like in the valleys, and it's so populated. I mean, some places are remote, but there's so much still going on. There's so much life and activity, and it's so awesome. Like, everybody's so nice and friendly, and I felt very safe here the whole time. The only place I didn't really feel extremely safe was in Lima, and that's because like I was having some reports from my kind of like a trip advisor, and it was saying like, oh, there's robberies of tourists in Lima, like, and Lima's just a regular big city. Like, this is a peaceful place. It's retreat. It's like just a friendly community. Like, it's like a little community, I don't know, town, village, something like that. But yeah, okay. So back to the ceremonies. The sweat lodge, that was like from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We built the fire. We went inside. Everybody enters and goes in around clockwise. Um, there's 4 doors. They allow, like, you can only go in and out between each time that we need to put more rocks in. So it was each door, they put in 13 rocks to represent 13 moons and like the 13 months of like the lunar calendar. And like everything has a meaning and is significant. We entered, okay, the rocks, when they're coming out of the fire from outside of the pit, they're picked up with the shovel, they're brought to the door. Then there's an assistant who picks up the hot rocks with antlers and puts them in the center of the pit. And then we say, Bienvenido, abuelita. So it's like, welcome, grandmother, because in Quechua, like a lot of the natural elements are feminine. So you have Mama Nina, which is like the water or the river or the lake, one or the other. I think it's just water. And then you have the rocks, I guess it was fire, so it's Mama Nina. But in Spanish, it's masculine, El Fuego. So each rock, we would say like, welcome, grandmother spirit. And so we'd pull the rocks in, and everybody would be saying it. And then there's a lot of, stuff was in Quechua, so I didn't understand everything. But our shaman, well, he wasn't a shaman, but our I don't know, concierge, I don't know what to call him, but our guide, well, I'll call him our guide, was of Peruvian and Mexican descent, and he knew Quechua. He got initiated and got the skills passed down to him. So it was beautiful. He had a conch horn and like blew boo, 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 when he opened the directions. We sang songs in there. He had his drum. I had the like maraca, and I was shaking it. And then this other girl too had another rattle, and we were like the best percussion section ever. It was so great, and we was just all intuitive. Like, we all just kind of like got in where we fit in. It was so much fun, and like, yeah, I was able to get out of my mind completely. So it's like about surrender. That one's also about surrender, just like ayahuasca. So you surrender to the heat, and you surrender to like your ego, and you like turn your mind off, and you just sit there and you detox, and you pay gratitude for everything that you have. Like, you pay gratitude for your let's see, I think first we said prayers just for ourselves or whatever we wanted. Then we did acknowledging our ancestors. Then we did paying gratitude to Mother Earth, and I can't remember the last one. It was another, like, and these are each time that you open the door and add more rocks, 13 more rocks. And at the end you have 52 rocks, so it's like for the whole year, you have a rock representing each month. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, each week, because there's 52 weeks in the year, or each moon, or each lunar month, I guess, in a year. And so that experience was awesome. It's invigorating. It's wonderful. And then today we did another offering to Mother Earth. We went up to a beautiful mountain and lake. This was like the Snake Lake, but I can't remember the Quechua names for it right now. It started with an A. And we did another gratitude ceremony. It was just like the despacho. We had paper. We made an offering. We put bread. We put sugar, frankincense, sage, flower petals, and coca leaves. I'm not sure if I mentioned the coca leaves yet, but yeah, you blow your intentions in them. You say your prayers in them, and then sometimes you chew them, or sometimes you offer them to Mother Earth. So that's what we just got back from a little bit earlier today, and it's been beautiful. It's been wonderful. And I'm going to Machu Picchu in a couple of days, and I can't wait to go there and take lots of pictures. The whole, everything about Cusco, anyways, is about like high vibration and spiritual ascension. Like the stuff that we read about, like from the Incas or Machu Picchu and stuff, that stuff still exists today. People here are definitely honoring the spirit and spiritual evolution, and it's a beautiful life. I mean, it's kind of simple, and everyone's so friendly. It's just like, just sucks you in. Like, I really want to kind of almost live here, at least for a time, for a little while. So I'll hopefully be back. There's lots of energy healers, retreat centers, people everywhere you go. They want to teach you how to live your life right and like from the heart. So it's a beautiful place, beautiful, beautiful feeling to experience, to be here. Okay, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you get to Peru soon. Okay, bye.